2026 is starting with a bang. Most altcoins are going up, and this of course also helps Pudgy Penguins. Here are the largest Solana meme coins, and Pudgy Penguins performed the best against its competitors. Now, why is that? We might see a potential turnaround. What we see over here, that's Pudgy Penguins relative to the Solana token. There are times where it makes sense to be cautious, and there are other times when valuations are comparatively low. Now, this is not a channel that always hypes up various altcoins. I've actually been very bearish on Pudgy Penguins in July and August of 2025. The reason for that bearishness was the very high market cap. Many meme coins on Solana tend to turn around once the market cap reaches somewhere between 2 to 3 billion. And have a look at the videos that were published at the time. While Pudgy Penguins will crash, the Pudgy Penguins collapse. Pudgy Penguins will crash, why Pengu will fall 50%. A lot of very bearish videos when the price was extremely high. And 50% was even not bearish enough. Pengu underperformed Solana by almost 70%. And so this gives a backdrop that I'm not one of those YouTubers that always push meme coins hoping for the next 100 or 1000x. I put my money where my mouth is. This is a trade that I've announced for the premium members. Again, at that time, July 21st. And that's how I made money at the time, right? This is the premium capital pool where premium members invested. Bitcoin lost 25% while we made 17%. But enough of the self-promotion. Have a look at Pudgy Penguins relative to Solana again. Not the long-term chart, but only here this last little bit, the downward trend. It looks like there's a good chance that we're breaking out of that trend now. There had been a fake out in December of last year, but this time we are climbing so high that a fake out is much less likely. In case we are still in the bearish trend, we are at least slowing down. The selling isn't as quick anymore as it used to be. And to a degree, this is surprising because the tokenomics, they now show the potential for the team, for the early investors to cash out, because now the vesting unlocks happen every month. Now, there are two explanations for this. When the supply stays stable, but the price still continues to underperform, while it now recovers when the supply is going up, this could either be due to over-the-counter deals, so the team might have sold their future unlocks to third parties for a discount to cash out before the general market is catching up, or there were simply too many short positions already in anticipation of those unlocks, and this is now becoming a sell the news event. Every month we now have additional sell pressure of roughly $7 million worth of Pengu tokens. On chain, we do not see that much more excitement around Pengu. On the left side is the number of retail investors. That's the number of investors with at least 100,000 Pengu. That's roughly $1,000 worth of Pengu. That's on the Solana chain directly. In the middle, that's $10,000. On the right, it's $100,000. So even the whales, they stopped buying Pengu. They continue to offload the token. So something else must be causing this recent rally, and that something else could be leverage. Have a look at this. This is the trading volume on the spot market in the last 24 hours. We've got 42 million worth of trading volume on Binance, but on the perpetual futures market, on the levered bets on the price, we had 184 million worth of trading volume. If you're getting value out of this content so far, then feel free to give this a like. You can also subscribe because I publish videos regularly. Of course, any support is very much appreciated. It will help the channel grow. The 10th of October was brutal for Pengu as well. We saw 51 million worth of long liquidations. The price of Pengu crashed massively by 81%. The average altcoin crashed by only 50% roughly. And so everybody that was betting on rising prices of Pengu on that day lost everything. Now the market makers, they bought up Pengu for those lower prices, right? This was automated trading. And when prices are that depressed, some algorithmic traders are able to buy the bottom. The average retail investor, of course, is not buying at those prices. But then the market makers continued to sell off the Pengu. But it seems like now they have stopped selling. Have a look at the amounts of bets on the Pudgy Penguins price over time. This is the open interest on the perpetual futures. This is now finally going up again. This is the 10th of October where things crashed. Now we see a recovery of the number of bets on the price, and there is correlation between the price and the trading activity or the open interest on the perpetual futures, right? As there's more bets on the price, the spot price tends to go up. As there are less bets on the price, the spot price tends to go down. The 10th of October was really problematic for the perpetual futures. Here, as an example, is Hyperliquid, which is the largest perpetual futures exchange. This is how much capital there is on the platform. The 10th of October saw a turnaround, but maybe if you're lucky, this is now stabilizing and maybe we do not see any more outflows. The Pudgy Penguins trading volume on the perps has hit a slightly higher level again. There's the potential for this to grow further. In the end, Pudgy Penguins is a levered bet on an already risky cryptocurrency, Solana. Pengu is a leading meme coin on the Solana chain. But Solana has the potential, if the market recovers, to outperform the rest of crypto. This is Solana dominance, which might go up by roughly 50% from here. If Solana dominance goes up, then of course Pudgy Penguins is very likely going to outperform the rest of crypto as well. There is some liquidity bound directly across the two assets. Now what's going to happen with Pengu tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, nobody knows, but there is a real chance that this sell-off has come to a halt, that the negativity is coming to an end, that this is a sell the news event, that maybe those unlocks won't hurt Pengu too much in the near term. Long term, as in what's going to happen over the next 3 years in 2029, that very much depends on long-term organic growth. We will need the average retail investor buying back into Pengu again, but short term there is a chance that short-term speculation picks up again and the open interest goes up again, and it's always a matter of risk versus reward. The risk is that we fall back into this bearish trend. The upside potential is that Pengu reaches the old heights again, and that's almost 200% versus Solana, while at the same time Solana itself might outperform. And those two effects can compound. By the way, if you're interested in following my trades, feel free to check out the premium membership. This is also where I announced the Pengu short when Pudgy Penguins was too high. But this is also where you can deposit your capital and let me trade with that. This was the premium pool over the last 5 months. While Bitcoin lost 25%, we made money. So there's the option to just manually copy trade or to simply set and forget. Here are a few more details. So annualized, we made more than 40% after fees last year. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you next time on YouTube or see you in premium. Cheers.